Turkish officials are saying they are investigating whether another country, possibly Iran, was involved in a deadly explosion near the Syrian border that killed 9 people. Concerns in Turkey about the spillover from the civil war in Syria are mounting as the death toll continues to rise. Correspondent Leland Vittert has more.
Near Aleppo, rebels headed to the front lines in whatever fighting vehicles were available. Everything from pickups mounted with machine guns to a few captured Syrian army tanks. Amateur video from the embattled city shows how ill-trained and poorly equipped this fighting force is. The Syrian army has overrun most of their positions and destroyed neighborhoods that served as opposition strongholds. On the outskirts of Damascus, a similar picture. Government artillery laid ruin to streets as young volunteers promised to continue the fight amid heavy casualties. Fighters paused to bury their dead, at least 15 today in just one city. Despite the use of his air force and punishing artillery barrages, Syrian President Bashar Assad and his army have failed to crush the revolution. Assad has held in reserve Syria's vast supply of chemical weapons. Today, the Pentagon confirmed it is making contingency plans to use U.S. special forces on the ground to prevent the weapons from being used on civilian populations. Syria's ally Russia promised chemical weapons would not even be moved from their storage facilities. Such assurances provided little comfort to Syrian refugees leaving their towns with only the clothes on their back and water bottles for the journey. There are wounded people everywhere, says this woman. They destroyed everything. The men loaded their women and children into trucks headed for the border ahead of a possible government attack. Hurry up, this one father yelled as his kids looked on. With the international community still at loggerheads on possible intervention to end the bloodshed, the only thing that remains certain is more fighting, and with it a rising death toll among soldiers and civilians alike. Brett.
Leland Vittert in our